Well, hey, I'm pretty excited about this particular project. Those of you that know me know I like to do a lot of masks, and I like to use whatever I can find and recycle a lot of old material. So this particular project doesn't require a whole lot of material. Paper, cardboard tube, like paper towel or toilet cardboard tubes. And we're going to make a tiki mask. And those of you that have never heard of what a tiki mask is, look it up. T-I-K-I. Look it up. Also, when you look up tiki, look up totem poles too. And see the variety of masks, and also see who made these and in what areas of the country, and then what other countries also made them. And look at how they were made, and what they represented and what they still represent. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of show you how to make a simple one. Those of you that are older, you can take this a little bit further. You could actually make a larger piece, but for right now, we're just going to kind of work a little bit smaller. So you find, let's just take a couple of these tubes like this, and the first thing that you want to do is, like on this one, you would take and you would just roll a piece of paper around it like that, and you draw a line right here, okay? Wherever you're not going to use it, okay? So in other words, let me do it again. So I'm not going to use all this. So I'm going to make a line like that, and then I'm going to cut this part off, okay? So when I get through with cutting that part off, I will have something about this size here. Now, after I get that size, I'm going to take my pencil or pen, and I'm just going to roughly go on the outside of this to where I have just this shape here. That's where I'm going to put my images, okay? Now, let's say that you don't have a big cardboard tube. You have a smaller one, okay? You take a sheet of paper, you cut it down to about the width, and you do the same thing. Okay, I'm not going to use all that, so I'm going to trim that part off. And I will end up with a piece like that, okay? So, when I get down to that part, I now have these two pieces that I can put my images on. Now, when you go to do your images, think about the mask itself, and if you have an opportunity to look one up, that might give you some ideas on how to do it. But really, a lot of it will come with your own imagination, and just be original with it. And you can do like all kinds of expressions on there. Okay, there you go. All right, there's some eyes. I'm going to use this and it'll show up a little bit better. Much better, okay? And you can do different designs, because remember, a lot of these are all like carved into wood, okay? So you can have all different designs as if you were actually doing it on wood, but we're not. We're doing it on paper, okay? And so now I'm getting there. Okay, and they don't have to be scary looking. That's totally up to you. You can have them smiling or doing whatever. And the more detail that you add to it, the better. And if you have color pencils, that's great. If you don't have colored pencils, do it in black and white. There's nothing wrong with black and white, okay, at all. And you can get some really cool looking ones using just pencil. Okay, so here's my shape. And there's my face, okay? So after I do this, now that's just a large example of what I'm doing. I would actually have drawn it, you know, obviously on this, but I'm just doing this to show you the face, okay? You with me so far? Now, I've already drawn it on that, okay? And I've also drawn it here, okay? Now I'm gonna, let's just say that you do have some crayons or colors, and I've already said that if you wanted to use, you know, black and white, you can, but I'm gonna take it a little step further, and we're gonna use crayons or color pencils. Or for those of you that have ink, you can do it in outline in black and then come back in ink. You also try watercolor. Whatever you have, try to use it, and try different type mediums on this. So let's say that I've already colored this in. I take it, and remember, you just lay that on there, and I've already got this piece gone, and you tape it on there. So when you finish both of those and you tape it on there, you're gonna wind up with your two totems, okay? Or your tiki poles, whichever, all right? So that is your tiki project. And so now it's your turn, and you go ahead and try to make one, all right?